Reducing energy use is the most important thing that we can do to address climate change. When we look at energy use in the US, housing in particular accounts for roughly 22% of the total energy use. There's a great opportunity to reduce energy by addressing our homes.
Planet Earth. By the year 2050, the world's population will have reached 9.3 billion people. The resources that sustain our civilization will become increasingly scarce. Where can we turn for solutions to these seemingly insurmountable challenges? Join us as we meet a new generation of visionaries who are intent on the human race flourishing. Shelter. Worldwide, the environmental impact of traditional construction practices is increasingly costly. The US Department of Energy estimates that existing residential buildings account for at least 22% of energy consumption in the US. Inspired by the challenge of making energy efficiency beautiful, ZeroEnergy Design creates modern green architecture that is uniquely informed by place, subject, and environmental ideals.
My name is Stephanie Horowitz. I'm an architect and the managing director at ZeroEnergy Design. A zero-energy home is a home that produces as much energy as it uses over the course of the year. If we look at the mass market, building construction techniques and technologies in the residential sector in particular really haven't changed in the past century. Designing and building a high-performance home really starts with design, with making sure that the house is right-sized for the intended occupant. Every square foot that you don't build is going to save energy, resources, and of course the construction cost. Beyond design, we look at improving the thermal envelope of the home.
The thermal envelope of a building is the boundary between its insulated interior and the exterior environment. ZeroEnergy Design's goal is to create a continuous thermal envelope that minimizes air leakage, which accounts for 30 to 40% of heating and cooling energy in a typical home. By also super-insulating with more than twice the standard amount of insulation to all 6 sides of the structure, ZeroEnergy Design's homes achieve a substantial reduction in energy costs.
Beyond the building envelope, we look at installing high-efficiency heating and cooling systems, and of course introducing mechanical ventilation. What's great about this approach is that we get a 75% reduction, and then we can look to renewable energy to provide that remaining 25% and target a net zero energy home. One of the things that separates the houses that we're designing and building now from the ones that our parents and grandparents built is that many of them are fossil fuel free. In the Little Compton passive house, we really looked at how the windows could be a source of energy. So the south-facing windows are really a net gain. We're able to capture the sun's heat during the day, and because the windows are so high performance, the amount of heat that we're capturing offsets the amount that we would lose at night when it's cold. The great thing about renewable energy is that it allows you to produce energy on site. The most common type of renewable energy that's used in the residential sector are actually solar panels. They're great to use because they can go up on the roof or sometimes even on a ground mount system. When your house is connected to the utility grid, you can use it like a big battery. So when you're producing excess energy, let's say during the summer at 12 noon, you can sell that energy back to the utility grid through a process called net metering. And when you need that energy, let's say at night, you can buy it back. Just in the past 5 to 6 years, we've seen a great increase in the interest that consumers are showing for high-performance, low-energy homes. As our population grows, so will our energy use. We need to invest significantly in energy reduction and, of course, also renewable energy production. I think that the future holds positive energy homes, ones that produce even more energy than they use and are essentially being localized power plants that are selling power back to the utility grid.